Okay, so we have a bunch of sweet potatoes. Under here we have a bunch of carrots, purple, bunch of carrots from the garden. Gonna put all of this on a pan with some oil and we're gonna roast it on up.
And the scraps go into making a new veggie soup broth.
Yes, this is all for the next veggie broth, and we'll put this in our freezer bag, just like we showed you in the homemade veggie broth video. Good morning. Or whatever time of day it is again. I always say good morning because it's the morning here. Billy just cut up a bunch of our garden fresh carrots, some garden fresh peppers. Look at this cutie little red pepper. It's called a snackable red pepper from the garden. A bunch of sweet potatoes that we have. Everything in here, this beautiful, colorful bowl. Smells fresh. This is going to be a roasted sweet potato and carrot and pepper soup, basically just a roasted sweet potato soup, also with carrots and peppers in there. So we're just going to basically put this onto a tray, put some avocado oil, a little salt and pepper. I always use seasoned salt instead of just plain salt, but roast it in the oven at 400 for about 40 minutes or so until things, start to get a little roasted looking. And then once everything cools, we'll either put it in a pot and use the immersion blender, or I'll just put it in an actual blender and blend it up, whatever seems like the right thing to do at the time. Gonna add also some coconut milk or cream, whatever I'm feeling. And we'll see. It's a really simple, delicious, super healthful soup. Here we go. We're gonna take all of our stuff here, pour it on down. Pour it. This is not pouring. Just put it all over your tray. Spread things pretty evenly. And then we're gonna put some avocado oil here. Just drizzle. A nice drizzle over everything. So you'll get a really good roast. Okay, so here's our tray. We added the olive oil. I'm gonna use a little bit of seasoned salt because I love Lowry's. I just love it. A little bit of seasoned salt, and then we'll do some freshly cracked, do some pepper. Let's do some freshly cracked pepper. There you go. However much you want. Here we go. Set to 400. Here we go. Beautiful babies going into roast. See you soon. Alexa, stop. So, making a really quick coffee. This is beautiful. You can't see soy milk. You pour in and look at the foam.
Such good coffee.
Yeah, you guys can't see. Screw that. Coffee's for me. Okay, so next, look at this tiny little pepper. I couldn't even put it in the soup because I just need to eat it by itself. Anyway, we got some really beautiful little cucumbers from the garden last night, mini cucumbers. So today, we're also gonna make pickles. This is the first time doing that. We have, a bunch of dill from the garden as well. So I'm just gonna cut these up into like little slices, put them in a mini jar, and then we're going to do like even amounts of vinegar and water and either like maple syrup or sugar, put some kind of sweetener, honey, like if you wanted, but honey isn't plant-based or vegan, so we don't really use that unless we use our dandelion honey, which actually, that might be a good idea for this. But we're gonna just cut these up and we'll show you the process as you go here. I have a mini jar because it's just gonna be small cucumbers. We're just gonna cut these little babies up. They're already washed, so. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I can't get over that. Little garden fresh. Okay, something else maybe I should talk about. That's about the soup, which kind of jumping around here a little bit, but that's okay. The soup, oh my gosh, I can't, these smell amazing. Wow, how cute. I have to try one. That's the best cucumber I've ever had. Oh my gosh. I need to save a couple of these for Billy to eat, to try. That's unbelievable. Okay. I was gonna talk about the soup, the sweet potatoes, and how sweet potatoes are complex carbs. There's complex carbs and there's simple carbs. And the carbs that you really wanna like focus on consuming are complex carbs. Complex carbs are things like sweet potatoes, lentils, whole wheat or whole grain bread and rice, brown rice, things like that. They're really good for your body. We need carbs for energy. A lot of people are like, I'm on a low carb diet. It's like, okay, where are you getting your energy? Just switch your carb source. Don't do simple carbs and focus on complex. So when I had gestational diabetes in both of my pregnancies, it was hugely important for me to switch essentially from having simple carbs like white bread and white rice and just like starches that are really not great for you. And to switch to having complex carbs. And so when I made that switch, I really saw huge changes in my blood sugar. And that's kind of the difference there with complex and simple carbs. Simple carbs are gonna spike your blood sugar way easier. So if you're, either gaining weight, don't want to gain weight, or you're having blood sugar spikes, maybe you're feeling a little crazy after you eat or something like that, that could all be in relation to the food you're consuming. I notice myself when I have complex carbs versus simple carbs, one, your blood sugar doesn't spike, your body digests it easier, you feel better, you literally can feel it. Like if you're just used to eating simple carbs, you like don't even notice what it does to your body until you start making those changes. So highly recommend trying to add more complex carbs into your diet and to eliminate some of those simple carbs. This roasted sweet potato soup is super simple to make, and you really can, if there's no like recipe I'm following, you just, again, make and do everything to like your own taste and flavor. That's what I always do, especially even if I am following a recipe, which I said, again, this is not a recipe, but even if I am following a recipe, I'll usually change it just to make it, more suited to us. Wow, this was such a perfect size jar for this. I can't get over how cute these are. Filled, let me give you the other view, or maybe I can just come up here. Look at those cuties. They're so cute. Okay, I'm just gonna eyeball this, but because it's such a small amount, I would say maybe like a quarter cup, no, maybe a half cup of vinegar, half cup of water to fill the jar. I'm just kind of like, again, eyeballing. That looks like maybe half cup of vinegar. And then I'll fill the rest up with water here. I'm gonna do that really quick. Normally I would do this in a pot and boil it on the stove, add the sugar, boil it on the stove. Like a tablespoon of sugar or honey or maple syrup, just some sweetener. I'm just gonna put this in the microwave because this is such a small jar and the microwave will literally make this boil in like a minute, 2 minutes. And then we're gonna pour it in here. And I need to add dill. I'm like, I should have put that in. No, we can still do that. I'm gonna go boil this. I'm gonna add just a tiny bit of, maybe I'll add, you know what? This is a perfect amount of our homemade maple syrup. Just a little left. Oh my gosh, sometimes when you open this so many times, the sugar like stays around it, so it makes it hard to open. So I'm just gonna add, I don't know, a tablespoon of, honestly, I'm just gonna add the rest. There's like nothing in here. Literally, what was I putting away? Okay, so now I'm gonna go heat this up, 2 minutes in the microwave, and then we're gonna come pour it in. We're gonna add, well, actually, I think I'm gonna let it get more closer to room temp before I pour it in. I haven't actually made pickles before. So I think we're just gonna put this in here. Kind of wish I put it in before all the pickles, but I don't think it matters too much. There, we're gonna just shove that on in. There, sure, works for me. So some dill, put some fresh cracked pepper in there. Okay, and then I would add some mustard seeds, especially yellow mustard seeds, if I had them, but I need to go get those this week at Whole Foods. So I think the only other thing I'm gonna add is maybe just a little bit of garlic. I normally say probably to just add a clove or 2 or 3 of garlic, but I have this already minced garlic, and I'm just gonna add, what, a clove's worth? Yeah. Sure, whatever. There. That looks good to me. And we're gonna add this, once it cools, the vinegar, maple syrup, water mix, and then we're gonna have pickles. Okay, it's been about, ooh, fogging up my glasses. See what everything looks like here. Ooh, roasted beauties. Another way to check if your stuff is done is to just, you know, kind of flip one of these. Well, you don't really have to flip it, but I do. I like the bottom soft side. And to just push your fork in. It goes in easily. Then you should be good to go. We're gonna let this all cool for a little bit, and then we're going to either immersion blend it all up or in a blender. Shall be decided. Roasted veggies are cooling. And now I'm over here and I'm going to, I just added the tiniest bit of salt to that too. And now we're gonna just pour our liquid in. Let's see if I can do this. There we go, I knew I'd have too much. And we do a little spilling, but that's okay. And that's it. These pickles, we're gonna close the top, let them go in the fridge, and we'll try them in like 3 days or so. Pickles. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for these. This is Billy's lunch, and here I am just always scavenging for it. But hey, you know what? I made it.
I was gonna say, the chef can scavenge all she wants.
This is a delicious, you know, vegan mushroom soup that I make, and I'll definitely be making a video on this. And of course, some fresh sourdough fresh sourdough bread. For soup with some vegan butter on there. Oh, hello, I see you. I see you.
Something? You're my fresh sourdough butt.
I got a fresh sourdough butt. Billy just foraged all of these oyster mushrooms, more on the walk with the boys. Oh my gosh, full bag. Awesome. So we have all of our roasted veggies. Husband in the back. We're going to just, actually, how can I do this in an easy way? Let's just try to add all of this. I was gonna do a blender. I was gonna do an immersion blender too. And I was like, you know what? Let's just add all of this to the food processor. I wonder if it'll even all fit.
Here.
You say, what are you doing, Elsa? Is that what my kid is saying to me? What are you doing, Elsa?
Saying?
Why do you?
I didn't even know you knew your mom's name.
How did you know my name? What are you doing, Elsa?
Oh, and now the big ones are getting in on it just for fun.
You guys are crazy. What are you doing, Elsa?
Now, did you grow this coconut?
Ollie,
Oh no, Ollie, no.
Ollie literally almost just pressed
Oh, that would have been.
That would not have been good. Okay, we're gonna add some coconut cream. Oh, okay. Looks like we added the can. Not sure if I meant to do that. Oh man. First, lock it in. Not yet. You can press it in just a second. Okay. You can press it. Press hard, this one. Okay, thanks, Ollie. You gonna press it again? This one. Okay, so now, just wait it, guys. And now we're gonna add a little bit of veggie broth just to make it, you could add water. Oh man, one of you stinkies. Holy cow. I bet I know who. Add some homemade veggie broth just to make it all a little bit thinner. Close that. Put this on. Oop. Can't put it on if it's not plugged in. There's one more here he wants. Okay. I think we're done. I forgot to add the thyme. Adding my thyme, maybe just a little bit more salt. I think we're good to go.
What do we got here? What's going on here?
Here,
What's the deal?
Is it like too anything? Let's see if we need any changes.
I taste every individual flavor in there. I can taste the sweet potato. I can taste the carrot.
peppers.
I can taste the peppers. And boy, that thyme adds a wonderful touch.
Anything else?
Yeah, you're beautiful.
Soup is done. Tastes so great. So we're gonna have some for the week. And you can make it, you know, like whatever thickness you want. Like I added some veggie broth, tiny bit of water. And we like it kind of this like a bisque. And then these two jars are going to be for frozen portions to freeze, because we always like to just make a little extra of everything to have, you know, a little bit later. These are my favorite jars, these wide mouth kind of mason jars for, I mean, they're great for pickling too, but if you're gonna freeze, you should use a wide mouth jar versus versus one that kind of closes a little bit more at the top.
Beautiful.
Okay. And just like that, we have our soup. And I try to just like food prep every day a little bit for, you know, I make things for that same day always as well. But I like to always food prep a little, especially when it's the weekend, so we can have some stuff that's just easily accessible and ready for during the week. Because of course, the weeks are busy. Beautiful, beautiful. We got some good soup. We're gonna put, you know, some fresh parsley on top from the garden. Maybe, I mean, you could probably put a cilantro flower on there. Whatever herbs you want. We'll get some kind of shot when we have a bowl that we're eating. That's lovely. You can put, you know, plant-based sour cream on top if you want. We have some plant-based yogurts that honestly taste delicious, like that you could use as a sour cream substitute. Voila! Soup!